We're at 5672 Valley Oak Drive, Los Angeles, California, performing a video sewer inspection from the mainline cleanout on the hillside. We're going to try and run through here and get into the 6-inch lateral and see what it looks like. Very difficult to try and run this. Good pardon. Try and run.
You need a
Need a rope.
A what?
I need a rappelling rope.
Well, yeah, just to be strapped in there.
Just about, I know.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
I can get the garden hose and put it around your belt or something.
Hopefully I'll make it. We'll see. I may need a hand just shutting off the water in the guest house after, possibly.
Oh yeah, sure. Well, yeah, if you're fixed, yeah, just let me know if you're fixed there.
Okay.
You're running back and forth. You mean right now or not?
In just a little bit.
Oh, sure.
Just a minute. Get out there.
Something you need help with now? Or?
I'm good for a second. If I go, I'm just going down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I'm afraid of. That looks really...
I'll slide. I slide pretty well.
You bounce, too?
I bounce pretty good. I don't know that we can even get through here. This thing's so packed with roots. It's just about 100% compacted right now with roots. I'm going to try and pull this.
So, should they have been having water issues because of that, or no?
Yeah. Well, because of the grade, the fall on this thing and all, it probably worked. It all depends how many people were in the house as well. Huh? 5 people? Wow. I'm surprised that...
We had a sewer line inspection done, and they were able to get down to the street. I mean, you're not...
Well, I'll show you. I mean...
No, I believe you.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, because we were going to clean it out and make it all nice and shiny, and they said it wasn't necessary.
Yeah.
That's why they put in $12,000 by the guest house.
I don't know exactly what they did. I'll show you. I don't know if you can see on that monitor. Can you see the monitor at all? I can try and turn it towards you too.
Not enough.
Okay, let me try and turn it.
Okay.
Let me see if I can get all the way. I think without that skid on it now, I can get all the way. And now we'll be able to see it when I'm coming out of the city sewer. There's the city sewer. Okay, if we shut that guest house down now, now I can show you guys exactly what's going on.
Okay. Thanks. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this will make it a whole lot easier.
Yeah, I'm just frustrated that they didn't do it properly the first time because, like
Yeah.
I said, we wanted it to be all, pre-inspected for a reason.
Right, right. No, I understand. See, you see the water rushing right now.
Yep.
That's the city sewer right now. I'm going to pull back out just a little tiny bit. Gotta get my foot in here.
That sounds rain.
Have a shower and sink on, right?
Yes, sir. Can you see the monitor pretty good?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you'll be able to see a clear picture in a minute.
Yeah.
It may take a second. It's going to take a second for that water to all drain out.
Go down, yeah.
Yeah, we still got water rushing. That's coming from the guest house, so it'll take a second.
So is this going to the main house or the guest house?
This is both. The guest house, see that black line on top from the guest house that ties into this? The line coming from the main house comes straight through here and is underneath the ground there.
Right. It's coming in below
So
the guest house.
correct. The guest house ties into the top of it. That area, it's got some issues, like you had said, Victoria, on the hillside. They left some clay. They left some clay because it was kind of a bear to try and replace.
Right.
But you've got sections in there that are separated, where the pipe should be together nice and tight like this. It's separated, and I've got that on the video coming from the guest house area. There's maybe about 3 areas in here that are really bad. What I would do is pull a trenchless pipe. Dig it up where that clean out is, or dig it out somewhere in that area, and then pull a trenchless pipe all the way to here. This way you don't have to dig it up. You only dig up there.
Mm.
Yeah, you just pull it right through the hillside.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way that we're trying to dig on this hillside and do anything. I mean,
Yeah.
it's so difficult. A lot better.
I had a house that was on slab and all of the plumbing was underneath the house. It was built in 19, and all the piping underneath the house needs to be replaced. So they did that. It wasn't quite that. It was a little more. It was similar to that, where they'd taken it from both sides, but they had to do that in all the piping underneath the house. It was
Yeah.
$35,000.
I mean, even if this pipe is old going from here up to the house, if you had to replace that later, you do that trenchless. You do it from right here, hole in the hillside, which is difficult, but you dig one hole in the hillside, and then you dig a hole up by the house somewhere, and then you pull a trenchless pipe all the way from here to there without having to dig up all the concrete, retaining walls, and everything else.
Yeah.
There's a lot of water in there. We should be able to... It's going straight down, so it's just difficult to see, but we'll be able to see something in a minute. Right here, it's not too bad from what I can see.
I'm not even sure you can see that.
Go for a second. You can't see it because of that water running. We get back into where all the roots are and all the bad joints coming up a little bit further, and you can see it pretty well. Do you want to let it subside more before we pull it up?
Is there, there wouldn't be any water coming from the main house, right?
I doubt it. I don't think anybody's running anything.
No, I wouldn't. I'm trying to think.
The inspector the other day left the air conditioning on high.
What inspector?
The house inspector, the general inspector on Sunday. He left the air conditioning on. Yep, Renee came yesterday and he was like, the air conditioning was on and I wasn't sure if you were coming back. And I'm like, awesome. It's been on all week.
I said to shut it down. Remember how we said, so frigid?
You didn't know it was on.
Pull back just a little bit more. We can always push back in after if we need to. Now we're coming back up the hillside. Terrible there. This is the one joint that's got a whole lot of root intrusion and all in here. This is where it's all holding water. That's not even the bad one. We got more coming here. See, this is like 60-70% restricted in there.
That's why it's taking so long for the water to stop.
Yeah. That's just got to...
And that is going to both the sewer line.
Right.
I mean, that is going to both
The guest house and the main house. And then see, we have more roots here. That's about maybe 40% restricted. Back up out of the clean out.
So can that, I mean, what happens with that? That can be cleaned from here? Or how does that?
Well,
How do you get roots like that?
what you'd have to do is you'd have to jet this thing, hydrojet it, probably, because there's no way to get a snake. That snake's dropping straight down, so it's not really going to cut good. It's just going to dangle and drop right through it. Probably hydrojet this line maybe from that clean out, hydrojet it real good, and maybe even drop it through here, and then re-inspect it to see what the joints look like. See how set. It looks like it's pretty bad, so more than likely this is going to have to be replaced. From this area, from right where the clean out is, this would have to probably be dug up with a backhoe and replaced out to the street. That's about the only way to do this. I mean, you could run a jetter and clean it out for now, but it's only going to be a Band-Aid. It's going to be temporary. Because that line's got roots in every single joint.
And when you get into like backhoe work and all that, how costly is that?
To do the street and to do this section in here, probably about maybe $14,000–15,000. It's because it's on a hillside, it's harder.
Yeah.
It's just more labor intensive. Normally it's about maybe 10 to do something this distance.
Yeah.
But it's just really hard to try and do that because of the depth. Because of the depth and being on that incline and everything. They've got to dig out all the dirt below this. You know, and just keep digging and digging until they get back to the line.
Right.
And you're going to have a hole probably about 13, 14 feet deep at least.
Like break the cement?
To fix this. That's part of the line that's broken is out there. It's in the street itself.
That means you got to get permits from the city and...
Yeah, you got to get, we do that. You get sewer permits.
Yeah.
That's all. It's not a big deal. I mean, unfortunately, this is common. We get a ton of them now, especially with all the earth movement through the years. They're just separating more and more. How old is the house? Like 40s?
1930.
30, yeah. Okay, and it's probably original. I wouldn't doubt.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm livid at the moment because we paid someone to come out and find these things and they clearly did not.
Yeah, well, you know, we're trying to do this. Honestly, I don't really do this that often where I'm going to go out on the hillside. But I wanted to make sure. I've tried everything else.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make sure that I got this thing good and you know exactly where you stand on this. But back there, like I said, there's not that many issues. You've got some issues in the cast iron line going back toward the house. You've got roots growing right through the cast iron where it's just completely deteriorated going back this way. They didn't really, I don't know if they cleaned this line. I don't think they cleaned it. They may have just assessed it.
Oh, we didn't clean it because we said it wasn't necessary.
Oh, really? They didn't look at it real well then.
Awesome. Well, I won't be using him again.
Yeah.
It was someone who used it at Shelby, and it was the same guy that I had always used at Shelby, and I thought he was, you know, so now that he's gone out on his own, I've used him a couple of times, and I wanted to because
Victoria, do you know Pete Bonacore?
Why do I know that name?
I work with Pete a lot.
Oh.
He what?
So how do I know his name? And I said, because he's a huge realtor in this area.
Yeah.
Yeah, Larchmont. Keller Williams. Him and Scott Mawal and Randy Gray. I work with all those guys all the time. I try to be as thorough as I can so that you know exactly what you're looking at.
Remain clear after doing all that crap.
Oh yeah.
But the new part we installed is great, right?
I'm sorry?
I said, but the new part we installed is great, right?
The plastic line from the guest house,
Yes.
it's not bad. Where it wasn't graded properly, it doesn't have enough fall, so it's holding water. About,
The new part? Well, that was Schulke.
that was from the guest house out about 30 feet,
Yes.
it's holding water. So what didn't have enough fall on the pipe, doesn't have enough grade.
I'm going to call them and let them know because my client just spent fortune doing that, and that was 5 weeks ago.
I understand. I mean, if you need me to, I'm more than glad. If they want me to come back and show them, if they don't believe it, whatever. It's all on video, and I'll send it to you guys. I can put it on YouTube and send you guys the links.
Perfect.
And if they've got any questions, I'm more than glad to come out and rerun a camera and show them exactly what it is. I mean, the camera doesn't lie. When it goes underwater, it's underwater.
Well, yeah.